Yo, what's happening? This gonna be real quick. I would like to make an addendum to the previous live stream that I put up and certain sentiments that I put out because I had some bad information. I was on. I had heard about it, and then I seen this particular black YouTuber who is a low budget B1er, if you will. And I didn't know that he had photoshopped it. He had photoshopped the T-shirt that Kanye West had that said "White Lives Matter" and photoshopped it and put it and made it say "White Lives Don't Matter." So, but now I seen the live footage. Shout out to Sir Ism. Shout out to Uncle Ism for putting up the live video, actually showing Kanye rocking that particular shirt in live fashion. Now I can actually speak on it in the manner in which I initially intended on speaking on it. Um, like I said, Kanye says a lot of polarizing things that goes over a lot of people's heads, whether they be white, quote unquote white people, or quote unquote alleged black people as well. You know, and I can kind of get where he's coming from, and I can kind of understand what he's saying because a lot of what he says is threefold. It's two and threefold. You know what I mean? Like he'll make a statement, and if you can only receive that statement on the surface level, then you actually missed his point. The point that he intended for you to get was two or three levels beneath that, but you couldn't go that deep to understand what he was trying to say. You know what I mean? Now I know a lot of black people, quote unquote black people, uh, pro quacks and what have you. They're gonna get upset by this. Oh, Kanye West, this coon ass nigga, yada yada yada. And like I said in my previous live stream, the uh, the color designation here in the United States is simply a caste system. It's a caste system. It has nothing to do with your racial or your ethnicity. It doesn't. I mean, it does. Your racial. Hold on, real quick. It does and it doesn't. It does in the sense that if you are quote unquote black and you're born, they're gonna automatically put you in that caste system. You get me? They're gonna automatically put you in the black caste. You know what I mean? Now the advantage of quote unquote white people is that when they're born, it doesn't matter if they're born in scrubberfuck Appalachia. You know what I'm saying? Or they're born in some trailer park in West Virginia, or some bumblefuck trailer park in southern Indiana or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. When they're born, they're going to be automatically placed in the white caste system, even if they don't have the means, the skills, the intelligence to actually operate in the highest caste system. You get what I'm saying? And as a black person, even if you do have the skills to operate and the intelligence to operate in the highest caste in this caste system, they're going to automatically put you in the lowest caste system. Kanye West has effectively ascended to the highest caste system. The caste system that he's in, all these caste systems transcends race. You get what I'm saying? So so he's on a level where race, color, creed, in my opinion, how I see it, essentially doesn't matter. You know, the only color that matters in that strata is green. You get what I'm saying? Do you have green? Do you have the wherewithal to attain green? Oh, you do? Okay, come on, you with us. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's no need for me to even mention how alleged, quote unquote black people are conditioned and funneled to remain in the lowest caste system. That this is true. This is true. However, for those of us who are, and I don't want to come off Uncle Thomas, but goddamn, it's just like you get what I'm saying. it's simple. This is a caste system that is similar to that which is in India. You know what I mean? You read all kind of history from Europe. You'll see stories of, some man. He was a farmer. He came from a poor background and whatnot, and then he joined the army, and then or he joined some sort of military, and then he worked his way into the king's court, and then he became like the king of the country, or the general of the country who overthrew the country, and then he became king. Like this story, it's old as time. So it's not like motherfuckers can't ascend, and it's not like motherfuckers can't drop. You get what I'm saying? That's why I think when you come across like people of affluence and they have children, that's why they get so up in arms when they see their child dealing with someone of a lower caste system, because they know that that person in that lower caste is going to bring their progeny down. A lot of people several years back got very upset with Hulk Hogan when he got upset about his daughter dating this black person, or this black dude, right? From the outside looking in, from how he perceived it, is that this particular black gentleman wasn't shit. He was just a pookie. He was just a street nick. You know what I mean? That was just gonna siphon what he could siphon off of his daughter, and procreate with his daughter, and essentially denigrate and bring his genetic lineage down. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was like, well, at least you could have done, at least you could have got, at least you could have got with a dude this tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to choose some dusty ass street dude, some street nigga, at least you could have did was, he could have at least been tall. You know what I mean? That way, when my grandson gets old enough, I can bring him into the business, and he'll be 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and he can ride off the name, I'm Hulk Hogan's grandson, and then he can go into the business of professional wrestling. But no, she got with some dusty ass nigga that's probably 5'8", 5'7". The son at best probably be 5'10". You know what I'm saying? If he get lucky, he might be 6'2", and he might, you know what I'm saying? So that's why certain people of certain strata, they get upset when their progeny dates down. You know what I mean? That's why, you know. And when Kanye West put that, when he put that White Lives Matter shirt on, he wasn't talking necessarily about the ethnicity. No, he was talking about his caste system. He was like, yeah, us at the higher caste, us in the higher caste, our lives matter. You get what I'm saying? But that's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. It's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. Now, don't don't put me in the conservative Fox News box. Don't put me in ultra liberal box. Don't put me in none of that shit. I speak it how I see it. And if I'm wrong, I admit that I'm wrong. But this is just how I perceive it. I don't know everything, but this is just how I see it. But yeah, I just had to make that quick addendum. This is going to be short. I'm not going to do any gameplay. I'm already booted up. I'm about to go ahead and get to my place of duty real quick. But I just wanted to go on and make some corrections because I had some bad information. I kind of jumped the gun on it. Because let me say this. I said this in a previous live stream, but let me say this right now. Several years ago, long time ago, back when I was in my early 20s to mid 20s and whatnot, it's way back in the early YouTube days, right? I heard, and I've heard this for a while. Several people would say, they would say, the pro blacks and the you know far right white supremacists, they're the same. They're two different sides of the same coin. And I was like, nah, no, they're not. No, they're not. But then over the years, I started listening to the rhetoric, and they actually mirror each other. You know what I mean? Like the pro blacks paint themselves as victims, and these white supremacists paint themselves as victims. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to SWP because he said this in a recent tape that he put up, saying that these ardent white supremacists, they'll say in one breath they'll say all the niggers are taking our jobs due to affirmative action, but then in the next breath they'll say, well, you guys are a scourge on society because you're unemployed and you're committing crimes. You know what I'm saying? So the double talk. You know what I mean? It's like they're you know, and I've heard this recently. I've actually heard white people say this out loud. Oh, we're losing our country. Yeah, like that victim mindset. But I'm not saying that black people don't have legitimate grievances, and that we haven't been legitimately victimized. You know what I mean? But I'm just pointing out what I've perceived over the years. But yeah, let me go ahead and shut this down and get on with my day. I'ma holla at y'all, man. Peace.